Hey everybody, welcome back to Champ and Sons in our MLB The Show 26 franchise series here with the Las Vegas Gamblers, as we are well into pretty much getting through the second month of the season here in episode 3. I know it has been a while since our last release, so I do apologize for that. Hopefully we'll be able to get these out a little bit more often. So welcome back to the channel for those of y'all returning, and welcome if you are new here to Champ and Sons and all of our content. So we're going to open up this week by really diving into the month of May. And, you know, April was a pretty tough one for us. It started out strong, finished kind of weak. So we've really got to start to take a look at our roster, I think, and especially when it comes to, scouting. We're going to have to, we got a lot of gaps that we need to fix, especially in our pitching rotation is one problem. Hitting, we got some good hitters, just not consistent hitters. And that's something that we've run into a little bit more than what I would like for us to have happen, actually. But, you know, it's kind of one of those it is what it is type of situations. Now, speaking of our relievers, we've got Hogan Harris on the mound here in the top of the ninth against Cleveland as we continue to work our way through the month, and he fires that first one in there for a strike, facing off against Gabriel Arias, who's 148 with runners in scoring position. They got a man 90 feet away from taking the lead. We are the home team here, so hopefully we can get everything we need to get past them, in a good swing outside the zone. Way to bring him in, Hogan Harris, to track that one down. And that's a good time strikeout for us. So 2 outs, and all we need is a pretty simple one. Just get one more out, prevent the run from scoring, and we can get a chance to walk it off in the 9th inning. So now, after the first pitch goes down and away for a ball, here comes the next one. That's inside there for the strike, inside the zone. Pretty good pitch by Harris. It's been up and down. The hitting for the Guardians really has been kind of a struggle for them today. So now he's going to blast one, Kafis does, right down the right field line into the stands. Hopefully he didn't hit anybody. So 1-2 is the count. Delivery comes, and that's a pop-up that even Rube Baker could catch. As we run up underneath that one, snag it. And that does end the 9th inning for us, so good job there. One of the rare solid performances. So even though our bullpen struggles, not that we don't have some bright stars in them, some brightness in the darkness that is our pitching rotation. But hey, it's just kind of how it works. So here we're going to come out in our turn to finish this game off, facing off against Cade Smith for the Guardians. He's been in 13 games with a 0-1 record. Now, to lead us off is going to be Nick Kurtz, 1 for 4 on the day, at 244 average with 8 home runs on the season. Kurtz stands in here, gets ready for the opening pitch of the at-bat, and it is delivered with a swing and a miss. Thought he had pretty decent timing on it, but man, he came back way too late on it. You could see it all the way, just didn't want to swing, I guess, and that's strike 1. 0-1 is the count. Now that next pitch is going to hit the same spot. Kurtz must be struggling to see that inside fastball, as it's now an 0-2 count after those first 2 pitches. So Smith winds up, comes home with it, and that's fouled off. Kurtz, yeah, he's not seeing it very well. I don't know what his problem is. He's just not catching up to that fastball in time. 0-2 deliveries inside, a hit high fly ball down the right field side, edging towards the fence, and even though he dives, it does fall, and that's going to be a foul ball. Count remains at 0-2. So here comes the delivery, fires that one in, and that's going to be grounded foul once again. Kurtz standing tough. That's one thing. He may not be seeing the ball well, and when he doesn't get hits, he does fight all the way through. Next pitch is a line drive to left field, and that one is right towards the left fielder and caught. Good, solid contact, and actually did a great job taking it the other way. Just so happened to be right in the range of Quan, who just scurried over there and snagged that one out of the air. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Brent Rooker steps up. He's 1 for 4 on the day with a .318 batting average. Our left fielder, right fielder, fires that one up, and that's a high fly ball to right field, and that one is out. All right, so right fielder to right fielder. Both of them go down. Now our shortstop, Darrell Hernandez, comes in. 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth, facing off against Cade Smith. 7 pitches into this half inning. First pitch comes in down low for a ball. 1-0 is the count here. Hernandez standing in at 1 for 3 on the day, but with a 179 average over the season. Second pitch is a swing and a miss at the splitter. Humiliation Station is where Hernandez visited on that one. 1-1 is the count after that ugly swing. Inside with the next pitch. 2-1 is where we stand. Smith kind of being all over the place, but really I think he's trying to get him to chase more than anything, and why not? He has already once. So 2-1 delivery comes in, and that's a hit deep left center field. Line drive, and it's gone. Home run, walk it off, Las Vegas. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Hernandez got a hold of that one, and I wouldn't normally say a moonshot. That was a cannon shot. Just blasted that thing straight there to deep left center and right over the fence. That one really was a no doubt about it. I can't believe they didn't give it that animation at least. Just perfect timing, perfect contact, boom. Out it went just at a rapid pace. That ball was humming getting out there. And that is a walk-off win. These are the kind of wins we need to put together more often, I would say. They'd be a struggle for us at times, but we definitely need to put those kind of wins together a little bit more often. So a 1-0 win, a rare sight here for the Vegas Gamblers. Hogan Harris does get the win. His record moves to 3-0. Cade Smith gets his second loss on the season. Now that would be our second straight win here against Cleveland. So we do have a potential for a sweep. It'll be interesting to see what kind of comes of that series. But before we do, we need to look at the scouting. We've got some different things to look at. We've got some starting pitchers and some infielders to take a look at. Well, I say infielders. We've got one infielder. So, take it for what it is. All right, recently starting pitcher. A lot of starting pitchers here. There he is, Jeremy Hinton, our first baseman. Only 5% scouted. Potential 65 to 99. I don't know. Yeah. It's just one of those. I'm going to take a look at him because I think we need to see, but draft rank, not ranked overall. Yeah. Arm strength is good and arm accuracy is great, but that's more for someone I need at third base, not at first base. His potential is a 65 to 99. That's actually not bad, but his starting baseline for his stats is kind of not where I want it to be at, right? So I think need to take a look at some other infielders and outfielders. Let's go to a different zone. Let's see what the international realm has for us. Starting pitchers, though, there are plenty of damn prospects for starting pitchers to look at, to say the least. So let's see who, 39%. Henry Childress. Yeah, we're actually looking at him, I think. Yeah, 40%. He definitely needs to be looked at. Rick Farmer. Some of these guys, I like. So the green and the high overall potential, it is nice to see, but some of these other dudes draft rank 4. We've got potential there for it, but I don't know. I think, so looking at Childress, look at the break on his pitches, right? He's got, 5 pitches, pretty decent speed. It's not overbearing, but it is pretty decent. Good future quality. Not great, but good. But the break on his pitches is semi-decent. I'm curious to see if we can find somebody with a little bit better, though. Because as far as our starting pitchers go, we definitely do need help in that portion of the rotation. We've got guys that are getting older. And we do really need to bring in some young talent. So overall, Juan Benitez, 62. Now that's got hits versus per 9 versus right. You got a good range there. Strikeouts per 9 versus right. For the future's all green. This kid's got potential. You know, Juan Benitez. Yeah, I'm gonna check him out. We can always go back to Childress if we need to. You know, we always can. Will Hess, we are looking at him as a third baseman. We've only got him 50% scouted. So I'm kind of curious to see what the rest of these numbers are going to lead to. I mean, are they going to continue to be in kind of the green zone? Yeah, I'm not too sure on that. But we're going to take a look at Benitez. I want to see how he varies. And kind of see where we go with it from here. Now taking a look, we defeat the Guardians 7-4. We actually complete a sweep. Who could have imagined? Jacob Wilson is no longer injured. All right, let's go check out our lineups. Right-handed pitcher with the DH. Hernandez did have the walk-off, right? But Hernandez is really only in there because Wilson was out. Although he's got some good capability. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how some of these guys shape up. And if we can do something with these guys that are on a hot streak, that's going to be a big thing for us. Is try to get the guys in there that we really need to have in there. Austin Wins, as far as catchers go, he's got potential, but I think Langoliers, being a younger guy, is someone we definitely really need to get him some playing time. That's going to be the biggest help for us. So looking at our starting pitcher rotation now, I don't think there's too much to do in that realm. I think we're pretty solid. We're good to go there. So we're going to keep that as is. Now let's go ahead and get simulated through the next week. Loss. All right, so we've lost a few in a row. You know, that happens, okay? Can't expect to win them all. So here we come in as we are going to take a look at how we are faring off against the Baltimore Orioles. Here at nighttime ball at Oriole Park as we trail 5-6 here in the 8th inning. Top of the 8th, 2 on, 2 out. Lawrence Butler's up to bat. He's 1 for 4 already on the day. Oh, took a good pitch and fouled it off on the left side there. And that count is 0-2. Felix Bautista on the mound for the Orioles. Comes in and fires that one home. Swing and fouled off once again by Butler. Chase that one a little bit out of the zone. That is a good sinker that Bautista is firing in there. So 0-2 delivery just outside. Okay. All right, I see how we're playing this. He's going to try to get us to chase a pitch. We need to avoid that, stay in good standing. And we chased a pitch. We chased the sinker. Oh, my God. Went chasing right after that, down out of the zone. And that's going to result, obviously, in an Oriole win. So the losing streak continues. Here we come once again, facing off against the Orioles. Here on a Saturday afternoon. As we get loaded into this game. Our rankings are not the highest. They're not the worst, don't get me wrong. But they're definitely not the highest in all of Major League Baseball. So for us on the mound is Scott Barlow. 2 outs as we lead 2-1 here in the bottom of the 7th inning, facing off against Samuel Basayo. 0 for 2 on the day. 1 out. Actually, there's only 1 out. 0-1 delivery. That one is a hit. Popped up. It is giving chase, and it falls. Woo, went diving for it. At least we gave that effort. You know, solid effort's what you need. So now here comes an 0-2 delivery. Foul down the right side there. Nothing going on it for it. Barlow comes set. Delivers 0-2 once again and goes inside this time. Struggling to get the final strike in the second out here. Orioles have got a man on first and second. That's dribbled right up the gut, and that will get through. They fire that one home. The game-tying run scores, and now the Orioles have got a man on first and third here, still with only 1 out. and just a little shot right up the damn gut. That's disappointing. So the score is tied at 2. After that first pitch is a ball, 1-0 delivery is high, and that's going to be 2-0. Pete Alonso is here to bat for the Orioles. 1 for 3 on the day, 258 on the season. And Pete Alonso doing what Pete Alonso does, cranks that one to left center. And 392 feet later, it lands on the other side of the fence. And so we blew it. We blew it right there, to say the least. Gave up a big hit, but now we're right back in it, because why not? Top of the ninth, bases loaded. 3-5 is what we trailed. Kurtz is to the plate. 2 outs. First pitch outside, 1-0. Facing off against Ryan Helsley. Kurtz stands in, the powerful left-handed hitter facing against the right-handed Helsley. Pitch comes in, hitting a deep drive that goes foul. Ooh, got a hold of that one. Man, if he had just timed that out right, you're talking grand salami. Kurt stands in again. 2 for 4 on the day. Swings and chases that slider. That's embarrassing. Who would ever allow... Ugh. Disgusting. Next pitch comes in, and that one is going to be swung and missed, and the Orioles will win. That was all she wrote, folks. Just like that. Bases loaded. Need a single to make something happen, and we whiff on the pitch and strike out. Which I guess is better than striking out looking. You know, take it for what it is, right? Take it for what it is. That's going to make 4 losses in a row here for us. Not what you want to have happen this early in the season. I mean, I guess if you're going to go on a losing streak, you'd probably rather it happen this early. But still, Pirates have made a move to beef up their roster. Everybody bringing guys up and down. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Those transactions. I do care about trades. So our first look at the trade block. Thinking about what's going to be out there. Like I said, I still haven't seen enough on either the sliders for it and really the trade mechanics in the show that at the time that this was recorded, and it's been a while. I haven't seen much on it in terms of really the best sliders, best way to get biggest transactions to happen. We are going to fool around with it a little bit, but not too much in all reality. All right, Juan Benitez, 100% scouted already. I kind of like his stats. His cutter has an 89 to 99 break, slider 82 to 92. The speeds are good. His four-seam fastball actually has some decent movement at 40 to 50. He's got definite potential. Potential 80 to 90, like I said. Las Vegas draft rank, we got him 6th. So it's definitely a possibility. Now looking at some of the outfielders who have been discovered. Manny Magana, left fielder. What I like about, he's got the fielding ability, speed. Speed and his steal capabilities are out there. Contact. His contact's fine. I don't mind contact being in the 60s. What I care about is his power being in the 40s. That's a problem. So take our other outfielder, Sean Rodriguez, our other left fielder. He's got a little bit more potential, I think, than Manny Magana does. The fielding, I think Magana's got him on that and probably has him on speed also. But overall, it's just one of those. I think. Oh, crap. Yep. Okay, never mind. We're right. Whew, good. Thought I selected the wrong scout for a second. All right, Zelda Gonzalez. Let's see. You got pitchers, 84, position players, 79. Let's see what we can get from her in pitchers. That's going to be a key detail. Like I said, our bullpen has got to be beefed up. It's got to. We continue to lose. We've thrown one win in the mix, But we continue to lose there for a little bit, and here it has us. Oh, look, leading the Cardinals 6-0 in the 7th inning. Kurtz is on a hit streak. Gamblers have defeated the Cardinals 6-0. All right, getting back to some winning ways, or maybe we're just playing some equally bad teams. We've now won. Oh, we didn't win. We did win 2 in a row at one point, so there's a positive, you know. Glass half full kind of guy here is what I'm trying to say. All right, let's see. Jack Perkins. I wanted to see what he kind of did, because I did bring him up. Being a rookie and all, I want to see what kind of capability he does have. And he's 1-1 on the season, so not horrible. All right, relief pitchers. Let's see what we got here. William Yang, Nate Duchamp, probably. That's how it's supposed to be pronounced. So these are, both of them are 35% scouted. And William Yang, curveball, good movement on the curveball, sinker. Speed is really good. I like his strikeouts per 9 versus right. I don't like the fact that the future numbers are yellow. Not that that truly means that much right now. It'll be interesting to see what that actually does, how that actually does translate. But all right, 91. Nate Duchamp. See, his breaks aren't that great. Look at his break for his slider. Slider's 86 to 91. It's not the greatest break in the world, though. It ranks for like 8 to 6. It's pretty bad. Abraham Crow. All right, I guess that's your name. Break on the pitches isn't horrible. Speed's not, I mean, it's not overpowering. His hits per 9 versus righties seem to be pretty good. He's someone who may need to keep in our back pocket, right? And keep in mind of, hey, maybe, you know, something happens, and later on in the draft we might be able to snag someone like him just to see what he can kind of pull off for us. He's got potential. I do believe he's got potential. Brandon Bassett, 46-64 overall starting, potential 70 to 88. That's not bad, but I think, at least from our relievers, we're probably going to need more of an immediate kind of impact. Bill Ullman. Hits per 9 and strikeouts per 9. Those are pretty good numbers there. The breaks are pretty consistent across the board for fastball, curveball, changeup, and slider. Nothing too out there for that. Now, Antoine Herbert. Devin Grantham. He's got long hair. I don't know if he might need to get himself a haircut. Let's see. Changeup, 32 to 6. See, the slider, I want the slider to have more break. I don't like that it's essentially that low for the most part. Samuel Rodriguez is 47% motivation to sign. But he's only got 3 pitches. Now, I know as a reliever you don't have to have like 5 or 6. I think it's good to have that kind of option, though, to be honest with you. But his changeup, changeup's kind of poor. So the quality of his pitches, right? Quality present versus quality future. There's not a whole lot of variation, and that does have me concerned at least a little bit. Right? So the future hits per 9, strikeouts per 9, all that stuff looks pretty decent, but I don't know. I want to see, I guess I need to see more from him. I want to see more of what he can do. Now, the Will Hess, our third baseman we've been looking at. Contact isn't that bad. Clutch, I don't need him to be super clutch. Yeah, 90% of the way. I think we got a pretty good eye for him, right? I just do. And so I think once you get to like that 80, 90%, how much more are you really going to learn about a player? I don't think it's going to be all that much. So once you get to that realm, I think it's okay to move on. You've got a pretty good idea what the kid can do. All right, let's see what we can get for second baseman. And Jeff McNeil is all right. Ibanez kind of sucks. Hernandez, he's a backup. If you look, we're 19th in second baseman. I do think we have some wiggle room there for sure. See what we can try to pull off. And I mean, if you look at our stats, like ranking wise, they're actually pretty decent. It's until you get to the pitching and the fielding kind of segment where you see our rankings fall off some, and that's a definite problem, to say the least. So a lot of gaps to fix, and that's okay because we are going to fix them. Yeah, let's go ahead and finish off Will Hess. Let's bring him back in. Kasuke Cooper, our scout. Let's get him looking at some second baseman, shortstop. See, I think for the outfield, we're actually decent. I need to see what else is out there. What kind of young talent that we have, and I really want it because of the speed, right? So Brent Rooker out in right field is good. Soderstrom in left field, I know it says he's at 79 overall, but he's young, he's got capability, and it's not something I want to totally get rid of to try to replace just yet. Now catcher, we do have Langoliers, right? But he's really about it as far as some youth in the catching realm, so I'm going to add in some youth there and see if we can find somebody worth bringing on. All right, so let's jump into extra innings here now against the San Francisco Giants as we find ourselves trailing by 3 in extra at the bottom of the 13th. Bases loaded. Hernandez is to the plate, 245 on the season. Swings and fouls that one off. 101 miles an hour coming in from Peguero. His 12th pitch of this inning. Came in to close this thing out, and he is struggling. 0-1 delivery, swung on and missed. Down just at the bottom of the zone. Good slider, poor timing. 0-2 is the count now. Pitch comes in, swing and a miss at the slider again. Just coming around too early on it. Not seeing it that well. I actually know they said he fouled it off. All right, we'll take it. We will survive another pitch at least. 0-2 still the count. Comes in and that one's fouled off once again. All right. Staying strong. Hernandez is fighting through this one. Bringing on his 5th pitch as he's at 0-2. Pitch comes in. Swing and a foul once again. 101 miles an hour. I will admit that is hard to catch up on. It truly is, but at least he's found them off. Staying alive is what you need to do. Inside with that next pitch, that's going to be a ball. 1-2 is the count as we've had about 6 pitches so far thrown in this at bat. 1-2 delivery comes in. Inside once more. Everything is evened up at 2-2. Peguero versus Hernandez. 101 miles an hour versus trying to catch up to the 101 miles an hour. Just need to avoid a double play at all costs. Pitch comes in. Swing and a miss, and he struck out. He wanted that high heat. He wanted it, and he just couldn't have it, and he just couldn't help himself. As he strikes out, that's going to put us at 0-2. Or 2 outs, here in the bottom of the 13th inning. So Shea Langoliers comes up to the plate, 1 for 5 on the day. Down by 3, bases fully loaded. First pitch comes in high. That's ball 1-0. Langoliers has 1 home run and 5 RBI on the season, because you got to remember he was injured for about the first month or so from spring training. 1-0 delivery, down and away. Good thing he held back. It looked like he wanted to swing in it. Peguero's old tricks that worked before against Hernandez are not working now. 2-0 is the count. Langolier stands in as the delivery happens. High fly ball deep down right field, and that one is going to go foul, and it does get down. I was got to be careful about those being caught. But 2-1 is the count here. Langolier stands in. Swing, and he missed, and he chased that damn slider down and away. Oh, that's frustrating. 2-2. The delivery. Swing, and it's a no-doubt shot about it. Grand salami time for Shea Langoliers. 106 miles an hour on the exit velocity, and the Gamblers will walk out of here with a walk-off grand slam. What are the odds of that happening as he caught that one beautifully right as it came over the plate and just drove it out. So much speed on the pitch, it'd be hard for that ball to not fly out of the park if you got some contact on it. And Langoliers plays today's hero with the walk-off grand slam at home to win that one 9-8. So now we've won 3 of our last 4 games, and we've won 4 of our last 7. So that's a pretty solid streak you want to be on. We're 22-24 on the season so far. Trying to bring it back up to that 500 mark. It's like once you dip below it, it's hard to get back up on it. It really is. Coming through the next week, Angels lead 4-0. Yeah, they beat us 6-2. All right. Griffin Jax is traded from Tampa Bay to the Chicago Cubs. The Cubs get Griffin Jax. Tampa Bay gets Rojas. Okay. All right. I see y'all making moves out there. Here in the next opportunity, we do lead 6-2 going in the 9th, and we will beat the Angels 7-2. Another opportunity here, leading 11-0 as we sim to the end, 13-2. Good series against the Angels right there. Solid way to set that up. Padres, not so much. 1-1 so far coming into the rubber match game on a Sunday. Injured list. Let's see, AA injuries. Okay. All right. We got one catcher prospect. Now we're talking. Johan Paniagua. Johan. Potential 67 and 90. Starting is going to be pretty low. Arm strength. I like the arm strength. That's good at 99. Vision. Clutch. Contact's not great. It just isn't. I don't know. Maybe those. I don't think those numbers actually improve. Like get better the more you scout them. It would be interesting to find out. But I think we're gonna. Man, I don't want to just keep it. It feels too stagnant. So Will Hess, 100% scouted, third baseman. Let's see. Not bad. We got to have him and Max Muncy at third. 2 youngsters. Potential 72-87. He's a switch hitter, which is good for the lineup, I think, personally. So, yeah, I think we're solid with him. Question is, where do we go from here? Lee Palmeiro. We're going to check out some other third basemen. I want to see what else the world has to offer me. I keep thinking about it because we do need some youth. Doctor exam pending, draft rank 141, which in all reality, compared to the not ranked guys, that's actually pretty decent. Let's see if we can find a catcher somewhere else. Start looking somewhere else. If you don't see what you really want, you don't have to go get them. Start looking somewhere else. So that's what we do there. Now, Samuel Rodriguez, we've picked up to 85% on his scouting. A relief pitcher. It's actually not bad. That's real potential. The draft rank is 172. Major league draft rank is like in the 150s. That kid's got potential to do stuff. I truly do believe that. All right, getting ready to come to the end of the month as we'll finish it off against the Yankees. Stupid Yankees, I hate you. And we are going to jump into that game immediately, right? So we're 1-0 against the Yankees. We won it 3-2 in the last game. It's been a rough month overall. Seattle didn't do us any favors. That was a big struggle. Got a lot of different storylines happening here. So let's take a look at Nick Kurtz here for our gamblers. He looks like a gambler right there with the shades and his hair slicked back like that. Last 22 games, he's been batting .390 with 8 home runs, 19 RBIs, and 13 runs with an OPS of 1285. On base plus slugging is 1285. This kid has been hammering it at the plate. Now, if we can get more guys doing this, that's exactly what we need, to be honest with you, is more guys having these kind of stats. But we got to find those players first. Now, outside of that, let's go ahead and get ready to jump into this game against the New York Yankees. And yeah, I know they're pronounced Yankees. I just hate them. They're a bunch of whiny babies. They hit a trash can. Losers. How did our trash can cause you to hit just over 100 in Houston? That's what I thought, you idiots. All right, enough ranting. We got Aaron Seville on the mound, okay? 4-3 on the season. And now he's going to face off against Anthony Volpe here in the top of the third inning of a 0-0 ball game. Volpe was the first-round pick for the Yankees back in 2019. I think I saw something. They just sent him down to the minors in real life. I don't know. Maybe they didn't. Maybe I'm just seeing that. 0-2 is the count, though. Swing and a fouled off. Seville doing a good job holding off the Yankees' attack so far, as we are here into the top of the third inning. Volpe lets that one go, and that's going to be a ball. 1-2 is the count now. As Seville gets ready, gets set, and comes home. Swing and a foul off. God dang it, I hate it when they do this. I hate it when they start fouling it constantly. 1-2 once again. There's another foul. Why not? Why not give him another? Just let him stay at the damn plate. He might as well build a house. He's been up there so long. Come on, Aaron. Fires that one in. It's a high fly ball to center field, and that one is going to be caught pretty easily. Good old can of corn, as they say, on that pop out. Now Cody Bellinger is going to step in. Seville versus Bellinger, first at bat of the day, fouled off that pitch. 0-1 is the count. 31.4 win against replacement WAR ratio. I still never figured out what that actually means. All Cody Bellinger says, you don't need to know what it means because I just took you yard. 409 feet to be exact. Cody Bellinger cranks that one over the right field wall. Exit velocity, basically 107 miles per hour. You got to be kidding me. Oh, God, you expect to do better than that? I will say, you truly, truly got to expect to do better than that. But nope, he took that one gone pretty quick, too. Now comes Ryan McMahon. First pitch into him is going to be up high for a ball. Curveball left up in the zone. 1-0 delivery comes, and that's going to be a fastball strike right there. That's hard to let go. That's hard to not swing at. So here comes a 1-1 delivery to, it's going to be grounded right up the middle. Seville grabs a hold of it, and A.A. Ron fires it over to first, and that's out number 2. All right, Trent Grisham, leadoff hitter for the Yankees. He's going to come to the plate with 2 outs. First pitch in is a swing and a miss. His timing was off on that one. He didn't expect the curveball there. Grisham's already hit 15 home runs this season. Got to be careful, but you don't want to be too careful and just put him on because the top of this lineup is stacked. 1-1 delivery comes home just inside, and that's going to be a strike. Just inside the zone, actually. And that is strike number 2. 1-2 delivery comes in. Grounds it right up the middle. A.A. Ron says, don't worry, fellas, I got it, and fires it over. That's going to be out number 3. But damage has been done already. We are here in the top of the third inning, and we are now trailing. The first hit of the day for the Yankees goes 409 feet out of the park. Now we move up to the 5th inning. Yankees have a man on first. They line that one deep to left side. It's going to fall in fair. And it does bounce over the wall. Volpe on that hit, and that's going to be a ground rule double. Now here comes Cody Bellinger, who lines that one foul just on the left field side. That first pitch, it's 0-1 as a count, but he's got a man on second and third. Swing and a miss. He wanted that one his time. Ooh, that's dangerous. You don't want to leave that pitch up in the zone on him. That one grounded right up the middle. At least one, no 2 runs are going to score as we fire that one home, but it is going to be too late. And it is 3-0 now. Cody Bellinger at the plate, as he's driven in all 3 runs here for the Yankees so far in a solo shot and a 2 RBI single. As McMahon pops that one up, that's easy breezy. Beautiful catch. 2 outs now here in the 5th inning. Trent Grisham coming back. Let's see if he can try to do anything different. He hits a high fly ball to right field. Rooker chasing it down is going to get up underneath it, and that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. 3rd out of the inning. After a few back-to-back hits, Bellinger does what Bellinger does and drives in the 2 RBIs. So now move up here to the bottom of the 6th inning. Full count for Max Muncy. Pitch comes in and Muncy fouls that one off. He's been battling against Cam Shitter. I'm just kidding. It's pronounced Schlitter. I know that. Schlittler. Cam Schlittler. Full count delivery once again is fouled off. Schlittler still throwing into 100 miles per hour here into the bottom of the 6th inning. That's an impressive arm he's got. So here comes the delivery. Oh my goodness, Muncy just hit the damn ball, bro. Just foul on that one. So full count. Comes in once more, and why not? Hit deep, fly ball to right field. That one is being chased. Judge giving it a chase. Dives for Noah, not able to get it. It's going to bounce off the wall. Muncy rounds second and will stand up in third with a stand-up triple to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. That's going to put him 90 feet away on his 2nd triple of the season. Great hitting there, fighting through, standing strong. Just because you get to full count don't mean you can't swing. As he fires that one off a moonshot, absolutely high. Judge just could not get up underneath it. And thankfully it bounced off the wall and not over. And he's standing only 90 feet away from putting a run up on the board. Now then, Langoliers comes in. We saw him hit the walk-off home run against the Giants. Gave it a cut at that one. Good Lord. Completely whiffed on the curveball, but man, he gave it a shot. 0-1 is the count. Comes in and he chases another damn one. All right, maybe he got a little too full of himself there, and the count is now 0-2. Langolier stands in, doesn't chase one finally. That was a pretty garbage pitch, though. And that's going to be the first ball of this at bat. 1-2 is the count. Schlittler brings it home, and he swings and misses. He wanted the high heat. I do chase that high heat. I can't help it. I don't know why I do. I know it's a ball. I see it being a ball. I even swing so late at it. But, man, I wanted it. Now Rooker's going to come in as he's our leadoff hitter here. He's going to step in and try to make something happen. The Yankees bullpen has seen a lot of action. A couple different righties up and warming up. 1-0 is, well, now 1-1 is the count after that foul ball. 1-1 is the count here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 out, man standing on third. Rooker trying to bring Muncy home. Oh, God, that pitch comes right into the bottom of the zone. That was a beautiful pitch to hit. Just unable to swing at it. 0 for 2 on the day. He checks that one up, and they're going to say he didn't go. Ooh, that was close. That was close for sure. Count is now even at 2-2. Schlittler steps in and comes home with it. That's a high fly ball to deep left center. That should, if anything, at least score the run. It is going to be caught. Runner comes home. Muncy giving it all he's got and slides across the plate. That's going to put us on the board. 3-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning, thanks to the sacrifice fly. Now Nick Kurtz steps up, 16 home runs on the season, trying to make it 17 here in this at bat. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. Kurtz, the left-hander, 0 for 1 today. Hits a high fly ball, but way, way foul. Got a hold of that one. That's the kind of hit that makes you excited to see, knowing all he's got to do is straighten it out a little bit. 0-1 delivery. Checks that one up. Yeah, there's no way he went on that. That wasn't even close. I don't know why they appealed that decision down. Horrible call. 1-1 delivery. Schlittler winds up and comes home. Line drive to right field. It'll get down. It will not. He hits Judge right with it. And, you know, I mean, Judge is a pretty big target. Hard to miss, kind of. You don't got to hit it right at him. And so that would end that inning. Now here we come to the bottom of the 7th. Lawrence Butler's up to the plate. 1 for 2 on the day. Just completely whiffs on that one. Good God, the split finger had him fooled. 0-1 is the count. 1 out so far. Butler stands in. He lets that pitch go. Oh, I want to challenge it. Yeah, no, we're going to give it the old challenge. Ooh, just outside. Call is overturned. That is going to make it 1-1. Gotta love seeing that happen. That was nerve-wracking, though. That was a nerve-wracking challenge. 1-1 delivery. Just, oh my God, we just hung up on the damn splitter. And, I mean, that timing is going to be completely off for the fastball now, too. 1-2 delivery inside with the slider. Trying to back him off the plate. Kind of a cheap shot there. 2-2 is the count and the pitch. Lawrence Butler says back that off as he hits a deep fly right center field, and it's gone. Oh, my goodness. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. 424 feet later, the ball lands in the stands, and that's going to put another run up for us here in the 7th inning. Now this game is 3-2 as we are climbing back in it, one batter at a time. Lawrence Butler with the home run. The pitch after being brushed back with that inside slider said, no need, I got you now. We threw that one, hung it out over the middle. Butler takes advantage and just blasts that thing out. Boom, you can see it. Look, the trajectory is not the highest arc in the world. Velocity 106 miles per hour off the bat. That was a hell of a hit. Now we are going to advance up here to the bottom of the 9th inning. We still trail 3-2, but guess who we've got up is going to be our starting. It's going to be our leadoff hitter. Our 1-2-3 will be the 1-2-3 here in the 9th inning as we face off against the Yankees closer, Cole Sands. Brent Rooker 0 for 2 on the day with the sacrifice fly earlier. Swings and line drive foul down the right field side, just on the other side of the bullpen. A lot of action up for us in case we need it. As Rooker stands in, 303 average on the season. Pitch comes in, swing, and a fouled right back. Oh, a little late on that inside pitch. 0-2 is the count. Sands kicks and comes home, and that's grounded straight to the third baseman. Oh, that was actually decently hit. I mean, that was a hard hit right there to the hot corner in third, just right at the third baseman. Just right at him. He didn't even have to move to get that damn thing. So now 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th as we continue to trail by 1. Kurtz is at the plate, batting .291 on the season. He is 0 for 2 so far today. The kick delivery, and he chased it. I don't know how his timing was off that bad. And it really wasn't, actually, looking at the replay of it. Timing was pretty good. He just whiffed. 1-2 delivery is going to be high and outside for a ball on the cutter, making it 2-1. Sands delivers once again inside and low. We are 1 pitch away from getting a free base. 3 balls, 1 strike to Nick Kurtz. Sands comes in, kicks, comes home with it. Line down the left field side and foul. Kurtz with good contact right there. Just couldn't bring it in play. Full count now. Pitch is high and outside the splitter. That's going to be ball 4. That's going to put a man on base. Woo-wee. Soderstrom is going to be the next to the plate. 263 on the season, 10 home runs, 32 RBIs. Not bad for it being the second full month of the season. Soderstrom 0 for 3 on the day today, though. Sands kicks, delivers. High fly ball to right field. Judge giving chase. Going back at the warning track and makes the catch. Oh, thought we had another walk-off. I figured why not make it a trifecta for this episode. But instead we only get the fly out. And that sucks. To say the least. All right, Lawrence Butler with a home run earlier in the bottom of the 7th inning. Let's see if we can put something together to get him on base and bring somebody home. Left a hanger, deep fly, left field. And, yeah, that actually fell well short. Didn't even get to the warning track. Yankees are going to pull off the win in game number 2. That was disappointing. I mean, some good, exciting moments, but damn. I'll say this. Allowing only 3 runs with our pitching staff, I can accept that. I wish our offense did better, but our whole pitching staff, bullpen and everything, did a fantastic job. Aaron Judge was hitless in this game. Same thing with Giancarlo Stanton. They were both hitless. So, overall, a fantastic job done by our staff. It's just one of those games that you end up losing. Just how it goes. So, we did try to put a trade out there for Garrett Clevenger. We offered Colby Thomas, Cooper Brown. Rays were like, you're an idiot. Leave us alone. We're not doing that deal. So, it's kind of one of those. Okay, I guess. So while we do look at the trade block here, and I just want to see if I can try to pull something out of my keister on this. I do want to remind y'all to hit the subscribe button if you have not hit it already. All right, and if you did enjoy this video, you enjoyed the way your team's playing this season. My Astros are kind of sucking it up, one of the worst in the league. But hey, if I'm a glass half full kind of guy, I'd say that leads to cheaper tickets for now. We'll get back up there at some point down the road. So, figure 05 we were in the World Series, got swept. Didn't really go back to what, 2015, 2016? No, 2017, something like that. 2018. 2017, 2018, something like that. So, 12-year gap. It happens. I'll live with it. What can I say? I've been an Astros fan my whole life. But if you like the way your team's playing and you're just enjoying the Major League Baseball season, definitely give us a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what your favorite team is, what you think they're missing, what they could do better for. If you have any ideas on, from seeing some of the scouting and stuff that y'all would like to say, hey, maybe look at these kind of positions, let me know down in the comments as well. I will also say hit that bell icon so you can be notified of all of the uploads that we do have here at Champ & Sons. Baseball is going to be one of our more normal ones. I'm going to try to get normalized with some golf, maybe even some UFC stuff coming up. I don't know how we're going to work those. We're going to see, but it's going to be fun and interesting, so definitely stay tuned to the channel for all those. Now, just real quick, our draft picks, we got the 8th, 71st. We don't have a 3rd round or 5th. Yeah, we do. We were 8th, 47th, 71st, 87th. Okay, we've got plenty of draft picks. But I want to try to not hit home runs on all of them because that's a ridiculous expectation. But I need to get guys that fit well. So Leo Gonzalez, we're going to take a look at him. Now then, let's take a look at some of these other catchers. Huey Boyle, potential 74-97. Willie Bonds. And not a whole lot, but it is going to be kind of an interesting choice here. Ted Mangels. I don't know. Huey Boyles, let me see. Not bad contact, vision, clutch, powers, semi-decent. Fielding is going to has potential to be really good. Arm strength, I want my catchers to have a little bit more arm strength to throw some guys out. I really do. But looking at Mangles, his isn't all that much better, but his batting contact against right and lefties is a lot better. Ooh, tough call. Fielding abilities worse for Mangles. I don't know. This is an interesting one. Huey Boyle. Speed is real slow, although he's a catcher. I don't need my catchers to be, Flash frickin' Gordon. Let me see. What else we got? Julio Rivera. No, not bad. His fielding ability is kind of low. Hitting doesn't really match up to, either one of them. Nicholas Perry. There's potential to be held there, but his power is pretty low. I know it really liked his potential, but man, I don't know. When you got guys that you almost got to not hit it out of the park, but these are guys going to be having an impact pretty early, you really want to be careful. Huey Boyle, I mean, he looks like one of the better ones for right now. Now, maybe, obviously, the scouting can change some of these guys as we go, whether you go with Mangles or Boyle. Now, Mangles has a 52% motivation to sign with us, whatever that actually means. Yeah, I'm gonna put Huey Boyle. I want to see what the rest of his stuff kind of leads me to. Now, Samuel Rodriguez, our relief pitcher, not bad. Not bad at all for that kid. Maybe definitely not a first rounder or even a second, but if we can get him in like the third, maybe, I think that's potential. Now, closer, we definitely need. We have one old guy, but that's about it. We definitely need a closer, so I'm going to see what's out there and try to see if we can't get something going. But guys, I'll see y'all here in the next episode. We are 27-31 on the season, just shy of the 500 mark. I think we can do it. We just need to get on a good run here or there, and we'll be right back in it. So definitely stay tuned for that. Join us for those future episodes, guys, and I will see y'all in the next one. So as always, stay safe, and well, I don't know how it goes from here, right? Later, y'all.